Welcome back to Simply Scratch Kitchen. My name is Hannah if you're new here, and today I've got 4 different dinners for you made with only 5 ingredients. These are perfect for those nights when you need something to come together really quickly and don't want to have to go back to the grocery store or pick up a bunch of ingredients. These come together so fast, are really delicious, full of protein, vegetables, and your family is going to love them. For our first meal, we're going to make these homemade Chick-fil-A cool wraps. We're really excited about these. I found these extreme wellness wraps, just like Walmart or your local grocery store, and these seemed like the most close to the cool wraps. I got a field greens blend, which also had like the little pieces of cabbage and carrots in it like you would have in the cool wrap. So I just added that to my wrap. Spoiler, this was quite a bit too much. I would do like 2/3 or even a half of this if you want your wrap to close. What inspired this recipe was that I actually had these pre-cooked grilled chicken strips on sale at my grocery store this week for a really good deal. So I snagged some of these to make a quick meal with, and these I just thawed so that they were cold like in the wrap, and then we just put them on there, kind of all going the same direction, and then added shredded cheddar cheese. You can use any kind you want, but this is just what I had on hand. Like a thick slice would be nice as well. I rolled this like a burrito, folding in the sides and then rolling it in the same direction as your chicken strips are laying. That made it the easiest to me to get it nice and tight there. So this one turned out pretty good after I took some of that lettuce out and then just cut them diagonally. You know, Chick-fil-A wraps theirs with sort of a wax paper, and that would definitely help these hold together a little better, but this was still totally fine as well. And then I just wanted to show you that if you want a real dupe, just go ahead and get the Chick-fil-A ranch from the store. This is really good. We had it with some iced tea on the side, and we saved tons of money over going to Chick-fil-A. For our next meal, we're going to make these delicious fajita bowls that come together so quickly. All these meals are made using things my grocery store had on sale this week, so I ended up with another bag of these pre-cooked chicken, and these are the fajita. So I just put these in the pan and got them thawing. They cooked up really quickly, especially if you add like a little bit of boiling water and just cover them. And then I cooked them until they had a nice sear on them. While these were cooking, I got some just white rice cooking. I actually used instant rice, so that came together really fast. And then I heated up these charro beans, which also came with my chicken order. My grocery store does fun stuff like that. If you have an H-E-B, you know how that is. So this really came together as a complete meal quite quickly. So I chopped these into just smaller bites because I do have little kids that were going to be eating this meal. And then I also had some queso that was ready to go. Our 5th ingredient, I just chopped some of my tomatoes that I had in my windowsill for my garden, needed to be eaten up. So I put this meal together by putting my rice on the bottom of my bowl. And then I'm adding all of my toppings on top of that. So I added some of the charro beans, and then I added, of course, my fajita chicken as well, and then my tomatoes, and drizzled that queso on top. This came together so fast with so few ingredients. It was incredibly filling too, between the rice, the beans, and the chicken. There was tons of protein in this meal, and my family really loved this. This is definitely going to be one of our go-to kind of fast food meals in the future. For our next meal, we're going to make this delicious sausage zucchini pasta, and this was such a hit. You're going to love it too. We're using up a lot of ingredients that I had in my pantry that needed to be eaten. So we're going to start by chopping our sausage and getting a good sear on that in our frying pan before adding our other ingredients. And of course, my pasta water is boiling back there, and we're going to get that pasta cooked up as well. While that's cooking, I sliced up my zucchini and I cut it into quarters so that it would be roughly the same size as my sausages. Once my sausage had a nice sear on it, I added in my zucchini. It's going to add a lot of water, and so it's going to help scrape up those nice flavorful bits on the bottom of the pan. I'm just going to let that get a little bit browned as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my pasta sauce to the sausage and zucchini mixture and let the zucchini cook down into the sauce. I knew I wanted this to simmer for a little while, so I went ahead and added a third jar of water as well, just to get that extra sauce out and give it a little bit more liquid while it's simmering. I drained my pasta and now I'm adding that to the bowl and ladling my sauce and sausage and zucchini over top. For our fifth ingredient and the magic of this dish, some shaved Parmesan. This is going to add a lot of protein, flavor, and creaminess to this dish. This is one of my family's favorite things we had all week, and I hope that you will give it a try. It came together so quickly and was extremely flavorful for only having 5 ingredients. We're going to make these really easy 5-ingredient flatbread pizzas for dinner tonight. I actually have a discount bread store in my area, and I saw that they had these flatbreads for only $2, so I thought it might be a really fun budget meal to use these. And of course, as with any pizza, you can use whatever toppings you want, but I am just using the basics here because I already had them on hand. I like to keep pizza toppings stocked for a rainy day, and that's what we're doing here. For sauce, you'll notice I just have a large can of crushed tomatoes with basil added. I got this on clearance for $1. It's a really large can and more than I even needed for these pizzas. But if you want to get some pizza sauce that's a little bit better price, just go ahead and grab the crushed tomatoes with like basil added to it, because for some reason it's way cheaper than buying the bottles that are branded as pizza sauce. Sometimes I use spaghetti sauce as well. Really, whatever I have on hand is cheaper than just going and buying pizza sauce. I'm doing a pretty thin layer because these are flatbreads and I want to be able to pick them up without everything falling apart, but of course you do whatever you want. I am using this thick sliced uncured pepperoni for my meat, and maybe this is weird, but I've found lately that if I can put the pepperoni on under the cheese, it stays on better. Might be crazy. Again, do whatever your preference is. I'm topping these with mozzarella, quite a bit of it, and then I also had a little Parmesan I put on as well, but obviously just use what you have and like. And for my 5th ingredient, I am topping these with my sweet jalapenos that I canned myself. These are one of our favorite pizza toppings, or really anything topping, and of course add whatever vegetable type topping you like on your pizza. Like I said, I did mix in a little bit of Parmesan on the top too. For some reason, Parmesan has been my new go-to protein addition to all of my meals. Just tastes good, and there really is a ton of protein in Parmesan, so I just wanted to beef these up a little bit. I baked these for about 15 minutes, and then I turned on the broil feature so that they would get nice and crispy on the edges. I maybe got mine a little bit too crispy, but these were so good for a fun pizza night. If you like these types of videos, be sure to subscribe to Simply Scratch Kitchen, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.